Hey, good morning, Cosmic Channeling. I was just doing a meditation and I just want to share this with you guys before I head out of the house while it's fresh in me. And it was kind of inspired by hearing a lot of you guys express how you might be feeling fear and feeling a little doubtful and feeling a little skittish about stepping forward. And I just wanted to let you guys know to embrace that fear, embrace it, because it's actually a gift, guys. It is normal to experience fear, and it is a gift in that it brings things into our awareness that we need to work through to overcome the fear. We will learn things about ourselves as we step through the fear and allow it to be a portal, a gateway, a door for us stepping into a more truer expression, reflection of who we are. The fear will bring up so much stuff within us. It is such a gift. It is an opportunity for us to know thyself, to see how powerful we are, basically to see how powerful we are. We all have to go through this fear when we are becoming the highest frequency version of us. It's natural. It's part of the process. We chose it. And we will experience excruciating fear sometimes, right down to where we're just like immobile and we can't move forward, and we're just paralyzed. And then sometimes we just have the little fears, which are doubts, thinking we might not be good enough, thinking we might not be able to do what is required. And I just wanted to say, guys, to embrace it. It is a gift. It is a gift. And I drew this little picture. Excuse my artwork. It's a little burn pit. See the little burn pit? It's a little bonfire. These are just a bunch of little stones, and this is the flame. And we can think of the flame as the flame of passion. You can think of it as your sacred heart. In a lot of images, Jesus is portrayed with his sacred heart, and it's even burning with a flame, because that is the heart, that is the soul of who you are, that's begging to be set free. It just needs a little oxygen, a little gas set on it to inflame it, guys. And so this is the fear. This is like, you can think of this little burn pit and this little circle, these little stones, that barrier, those obstacles, those doubts, those opinions of others, those influences, unworthiness. You can think of all of those little rocks as the challenges creating a barrier that is going to ultimately get you to this. This is your heart on fire. This is your passion. This is your happiness. This is your heart's content. So every time we work to get past the fear and get past that stone or a challenge, and it doesn't mean, guys, I want you to understand this. It does not mean being something you're not. It does not mean putting yourself through fears due to other people's expectations. I'm not talking about that, because you need to set boundaries. These are your boundaries also. This is your barrier. It's your wall, but it's also your boundaries protecting your heart, your passion, guys. Hey, good morning, Cheryl. Thank you for joining. So this is your heart. So you do want to set healthy boundaries. You don't want to put yourself in circumstances that you know that are not in alignment to your heart just for overcoming fear. I'm not saying any of that. If you feel something's not right for you, you stay anchored in your heart, stay true to who you are. I'm talking about the fears where you're being pushed inside. You're feeling intuitively you need to do something. You're feeling guided by that inner self. And like for me, and you guys, probably most of you guys know this, going live was my biggest fear. Being put on the spot, being put in a place where I feel that I'm being judged, criticized, whether it be Taekwondo belt ranking, whether it be put in an interview, whether it be put on a spot to answer a question, whether it be to share information and go live, whether even to be comment. Being put in the spotlight, I'm going to say was my biggest fear. And the fear was based in not being accepted by others, even though I knew whatever I was presenting was authentic, it was true, it was my passion, even though all of that stuff I wanted to share, I knew was of the highest spiritual content. I still had to overcome this, guys, to release that passion, to release that gift, because Oh my God, guys. So listen, your gift it lies within passing that ring of fire. This is the ring of fire. Your fear is a gift to release your passion, because like I said earlier, as you remove different little stones, different little blockages, you are releasing things to allow the energy, allow the flame to flow. You're releasing things on the way as you overcome that ring of fire to get to your passion. You're learning about things within yourself, and you could call them little things that were not in alignment to your highest truth, not in alignment to your heart, little things that would have prevented you from expressing all of this. So every little, and I'm getting all the goosebumps, every little challenge, every little stone, every little barrier, every little fear, every little doubt, say, thank you. You are teaching me something about myself, and it's teaching you something about yourself that you need to know first in order to get here. This is your heart. This is your expression. This is whatever way, shape, or form that expression is. And when I say go live, it doesn't mean just going live like I'm doing right now. It means show up. Show up for life. Show up for what's in here. Show up for what you're being pushed to, guided to. It could be artwork. It could be a performer. It could be a cook, a baker, a master person that's in charge, a chef, that's the word, a chef that's in charge of all the other line cooks. It can even be a mom. Moms go through that. Am I going to be good enough? Can I raise a child? Am I going to be a good example? Oh, it is so scary. I'm responsible for this life. And it's all a beautiful gift, guys, because we all had to go through fears in order to step into our role, to step into our part. We need to go through situations and circumstances in life that pull that out of us, pull it, expose it. Oh, it's like a mom who is like responsible for a child and their well-being. But the number one thing that you guys are responsible in your well-being, and they wanted me to say this, I was going to skip it, but then they're like, no, bring it back to that mom and the child. And it's like, this is your child. Your heart is your child. Your being, your state, what lies within your heart is your child. And you are the mother of you. You need to mother. You need to nurture. You need to be soft. You need to be gentle. So you can think of it like this, guys. You are the mother of your own child, your heart, and treat it as if you were a mom. You push a child a little bit. You push them. It's like your higher self is pushing you a little bit to get you to overcome those fears, but gentle and with love. You don't beat a child up because they don't walk on their first step. No, you nurture it and encourage it. So you don't beat yourself up when you think you've done something wrong, because in reality, you're really never doing anything wrong. But you don't beat yourself up. You encourage. So I guess what they're saying is, take on the role as your own mother as you go through this journey of self-discovery, realization, releasing your gifts, releasing all that you come to express, which is channeling, guys. Whatever that gift is within your heart, whatever is in here, you are channeling that. It doesn't have to be a specific entity, spirit, galactic race, mother, father, Jesus, God, Gaia. It's whatever that is in here. This is you are the portal to channeling your heart. That is what you've come to channel, guys. You've come to channel you. However way, shape, or form that shows up. And be gentle with yourself, because so many times, guys, I would do lives, not lives. What I used to do is pre-recorded videos because I was afraid to go live, and then I would post them. And if I never got any acceptance or any affirmation from anyone, I would beat myself up. I would say, what the hell were you thinking, exposing yourself like that to people? I would tear it off Facebook. And that was the ego, guys. It was the human mind. It wasn't the truth of the situation. I was letting my own self-doubt, or maybe feeling I wasn't good enough when I growing up, and thinking I wasn't enough. I wasn't enough. So then I felt like maybe what I posted wasn't enough, but it always was enough, guys, because it was always authentic and genuine from the heart. And that's what's being called to you. And I wasn't the best of mother to myself. I'm not the best of mother to myself. I am learning to be a good mom to myself. It's like you've got to be the child. You've got to let that child play and nurture it. You've got to be the mother and the child simultaneously, guys. They work in unison. So just don't do what I did and beat yourself up. Be gentle And it is so easy to get caught in the moment in self-judgment and criticism. Don't, guys. Look at how far you've come. That song comes to mind. Rob Thomas. I don't know if he was with Matchbox 20, but you guys, I'll post that song after. It's like, I love it. It says, look how far we've come. Look how far we've come. Because sometimes we place so many expectations on ourselves, we don't see how far we've come. You don't see how far you've come. So just honor yourself. Be grateful for the fear, because it really, really, really is a gift. It's all those obstacles teaching you things about yourself so that you can step into the fullness of you, who you are, and express, channel your energy, guys. That is so beautiful. So I just really wanted to share that with you guys. We've all been there. Think about how many, we'll quote unquote say, obstacles, fears that the most prominent leaders have had to go through, whether they be spiritual like Gandhi, Jesus, okay, look at Jesus. What the hell did he have to go through? And I'm not saying, Jesus is saying right now, don't tell them that, you're going to freak them out. And he's saying he did what he did for you don't have to. He went through what he went through for you don't have to, he's saying, and he's laughing. He's saying, you're going to scare them all the hell away. So you don't have to go through necessarily what Jesus went through, but you're going to have all your own little things to go through to release that power, to release that flame within you. And it is really, really true, because we all are aspects of one another. We all take on different challenges, but we take them on for the greater whole. So say all of you guys are here, like just say you guys, hey Zara, hey Cheryl, whoever, oops, Siri just went on. Hold on, guys. I said, oh my Lord, there goes my Siri. Like I was telling Megan last night on her show, I accidentally said Cheryl. I said it too loud, and Siri thought I was talking to her, and it blanked out my screen, and it was telling me the weather. So this is also us. We're all one. We're all connected. These are all of us in the group, guys. And we all carry certain things that we needed to go through and grow to help the whole to release that God self that we're all connected to, guys. Does that make sense? That is really, really beautiful. And because we're all reflecting things and going through our individual experiences, it is aiding all of us. So when you have something you're going through, remember you're not going through it just for you. It is something you chose to take on, just like Jesus bearing his cross and going through what he went through, just for your own expression, but also knowing that it's helping the whole. But you really are the whole. Everybody is a reflection of you. And that's one other point I wanted to bring up. And I'm not talking just this channeling class. I'm talking in life in general. When you worry about how others are perceiving you, or what they say, or if you're accepted, does it really matter? Because they're not living your life. They're only reflecting something within yourself that needs to be brought into your awareness to work through. Like say if you're afraid of not being accepted deep down, you might be holding on to things in childhood that you didn't feel you were worthy, or you never measured up, or kids picked on you, or your friends were blah, 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 and your parents were hard as hell on you and all that kind of stuff. They're just reflecting those parts of you. So even when other people are reflecting and you're getting input from the outside world that you don't like or doesn't feel good or comfortable, know that it's your energy. We're only always reflecting our energy, guys. We're always only reflecting ourselves. So it's a gift. If someone does something to you, gives you the finger in traffic, I'll say, oh, thank you for that. That's just showing me something within myself I need to learn. And it doesn't mean that it's always like from a having to improve yourself. Sometimes it's just like saying, oh, I'm so thankful I'm like I am. I'm so thankful I carry the patience. Sometimes things are just a contrast to bring out your gifts, to bring out your beauty. It's not always things that you need to release. It's things you need to embrace. Because I haven't always been a good mother to myself, I would look at the outside world and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? How do I need to improve? But what I realize is sometimes those things are a contrast for me to appreciate myself to a greater degree. When I see something on the outside world or someone's perception, how they see the world, and then I take it within, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so thankful that I see life from a different point of view. So sometimes things are to that coming from that perception too, guys. It's not always that you have to do work. We're all exactly where we need to be. Every obstacle, every fear, everything that we think is a detriment to ourselves is really a gift to release the passion within, guys, to connect to that God source. And as we do it as a collective, this even represents us as a collective. These are all the us's individually collecting to expatiate that energy. So that is why the cosmic channeling class, or whenever you enter a group of any platform, shape, or form where you're all gathered collectively, even going to a gym, you guys, everybody's always, or an exercise class, everybody has that same intent, and subconsciously, whether they know it or not, they're all encouraging each other, they're all lifting, they're all inspiring each other. And that's what we're doing here on this group, guys, and it's so beautiful. And I just thank you for allowing me to share this message, because it is my passion, guys. It is my passion to share. I feel like it's just like, I feel so blessed and honored that I have a platform to share my flame, to share my fire, to share whatever it is I have to share. And you guys, I encourage you, even if you just get a tiny little thought, just a tiny little 1 minute, 30-second, 10-second video of sharing, it's really going to help you to come out of your shell. Even if you had a little thought regarding this video and it hits you later on, like, oh yeah, what Ria said catalyzed something within you that I need to further expand upon. Do it. Even if it's 10 seconds, guys. Even if it's a beautiful scenery you just want to share, it gets you out in baby steps. Be that mom to the child that encourages her little toddler to take baby steps, even if they fall. And the falling is never a failure. It's just a perception of failure, because we never ever fall or fail. It is just our own perception, because in that fall, you've gained so much. You gained more courage, bravery, self-empowerment. With every fall you gain, and then you get back up, you take all the goods and gifts that you just gained, and then you move forward again and again. So be that mom to that beautiful little toddler, that toddler within you that is just so open and curious to embrace life and to live it, and who has no preconceived thoughts yet. Get back to that. I mean, a toddler might be pretty young, but guys, that's a beautiful place to be, because everything is new and it is fresh. And it truly is new and fresh. Every moment you take a new breath, guys. When you breathe in, you only have the now. What is before you now is all you need to put your focus on. Don't project and say, oh my God, I should be doing this. Or don't look in the back and in the past and say, oh, when last time I did this, I was hurt. Let it all go. Come to the now, because the now is all you have. And in the now is where you gain your highest frequency and perception, which raises your frequency to alter your reality to reflect that new frequency, guys. It's only you. It's only you. Everything is always only you. Everything you reflect, everything you feel, it's all comes to you, guys. Comes to you. So empower yourselves, dare to live, dare to dream, dare to be you, because it's all only you. You're like in this game, and you're just living this human experience, because ultimately you're a spiritual being, and that spiritual wanted to experience it as a human and go through the steps, go through the processes to be this. I don't even know where I was looking at, my eyes shut. I probably wasn't even looking at you guys. All right, guys, so release it. Thank the fear. Every time you feel doubt, every time you feel fear, I can't emphasize enough to thank it. Even when I was feeling ascension symptoms, when you're feeling those ascension symptoms, or in your heart or any part of your body, say thank you. I know you're serving me, because ultimately everything is based in love. You have created it all. You are pure God source energy, which is love and light. So anything created is always based in love at different frequencies, and every frequency matches the frequency you are vibrating, and it's food to gain. And as you elevate, then you project different frequencies to food to gain, and to continue your further expansion of yourself, guys. It's so beautiful. Okay, I don't want to get too long-winded here. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I wanted to pull a Mother Earth heart card really quick for you guys. These, for any of you guys who don't know this deck, these are all images and messages from Mother Earth, Gaia, Spirit, that I see as I'm running, and I take a picture, and they're not perfect. They're not artists picture perfect. They have the camera screen has been foggy. It's been snowy. It's been sweaty, just like us. Blood, sweat, and tears are how these pictures were taken, yet they're so beautiful in their imperfection, just like us, guys. Perfection is a perception. We're always perfect, and all of these hearts have been through storms. They've been through emotional turmoil that I was experiencing as I was running, it's like I always was reaching spirit for the highest frequency. And so these cards represent their answer. Ask and you shall receive. So I love these cards because some of them are abstract. They don't look like hearts perfectly to the naked eye if you're not tuned in. Just like our obstacles, our struggles, and our situations, our challenges, our relationships, our situations don't look like the perfect heart, but they still are, guys. They're still serving you. They're still a reflection of your perfect heart. This one stuck to my fingers, so I'll just go with it. And this is a seaweed. See the cute little outline? It's a green seaweed. I call everything seaweed, sea plant, with some red seaweed in between. And look at, I love this one. Okay, so this looks actually like a winged insect. They're wide open. This is a message for you guys, and it's as if your wings are wide open. You are maintaining the state of being, of receiving. You're ready to fly. It's just open and they're out there. But in the middle, guys, it's really weird because I always consider this the music card, because in the center there's like this little treble clef, which is really weird. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little treble clef in the middle. And that represents, to me, immersing yourself in the music that lifts your spirits. But the message I'm receiving for you guys is the music that is going to set you free or make you want to dance and fly is the music coming from your own heart. That is your music. Your music lies in this, guys. That is your music. So tune in to the center of your heart where your true music lies, because that's what's going to make you want to dance. That's what's going to make you want to fly. And all of that red to me represents patches of passion, those breadcrumbs, those sparks of inspirations. When they hit, enter. Because a lot of times I'm going to do a live and I'm in that portal, but if I wait too long and then my frequency comes down, I don't do it, and then I didn't take advantage of all of that to be gained in that portal. So that's why I said, even if it's for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, when that inspiration comes or you feel that urge to share, push yourself a little bit and do that live for 10 seconds, maybe more than 1 second, because you gain so much when you're in that portal. Abraham would consider that portal the vortex, and it's where you're gaining and expressing that truest version of you. And that's what that little treble clef, I believe, is representing for us. And this is all the little passions, little places where you can step into to expand your music and to fly. And the actual message is God mind. And it says, when you are joyful, you are in God mind. That is the highest frequency. Joy, happiness raises your frequency, which enables you to receive higher guidance, inspiration. And that's going to be reflected on your outside world, resulting in abundance and everything being met that you need to further expand on your journey. You are in a receptive mode for God ideas. That's what I just said. So what did I just say? When you're joyful, you're receptive for God ideas. We consider everything as God, but we consider God ideas those that feel good, those higher frequencies. So when you're joyful, you create space for those higher frequencies of information to flow through you. You become an open portal. We'll say a channel for those higher frequencies. That's why you want to get yourself happy. You want to connect to your joy so you can be a channel for greater expressions and God frequencies, whatever that means to you, whether it be channeling angels or channeling Gaia or just simply channeling higher expressions of you. And then you see through God eyes. So when you're feeling good and you're on a high vibe, everything on the outside world appears more beautiful. You see the love in all because you are being that higher frequency. When you're being the frequency, you're going to see it again from your outside world. And it says, for you are tuned to the heart that you are. That's as simple as that. We can make it as complex or as simple as we want. Simply being like that toddler that's moving forward with every step in joy, openness, receptivity to embrace the new world that is entered. That is what is being called of us, guys, in this class, but in all parts of our life. You can't separate. Everything is an intricately woven web of love and light, guys. And I'm going to end it with there, guys. Sorry, guys, I did not see any comments. I was off on my little spiel. Hey, good morning, Zay. and all beautiful people out there. Truth, stop telling my story, Ria. Say. We definitely, and I've said this many times, have that kind of resonantial energy, a little composite, expressing it differently, but with that basis of that same kind of energetic frequency. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I'm going to go to the beach, so I'll probably pop on. There's so much I want to share, but allow the sharing to come from that spark, that place of inspiration, because then that means that that's exactly where you need to be. Don't start questioning it. Don't step out of that portal, because then you lose the moment. You lose the moment and all that there is to gain in it. And it does take practice, but you know what you focus on, what you practice on becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I still get a little nervous when I hit the live button, but once I enter that portal, it just flows, it flows. And then as things flow, more information can come up behind it. So I always say I feel like a volcano exploding or an eternal well, because once you get that movement going, there's more to come forth and you create a momentum, guys. So don't be afraid to step on that momentum. All right, guys. Love you. I'll see you all later, guys. May you all shine with the entirety of all the light and passion that you are. Excuse the poor artwork.